I mean, what would you say in terms of why adults still should
Hmm.
get some
Yeah.
good fiction in?
I mean, I think it's the same reasons as why kids should. Like, I don't think those reasons go away. Like, why should adults keep eating food? Well, same reasons. Like, is there maybe different levels, maturity? So, like, regarding food,
Yeah,
Paul,
taste.
right? Taste. So, Paul uses the analogy of milk and meat for doctrine, for theology, right? And so, kids start with milk and then they mature into meat. And so I think in a similar way with even fiction in that way too, there's maybe different, again, levels of complexity, different plot lines that uh, adults can grasp that kids cannot, or can be communicated that maybe might be more difficult for kids. But I do think a good story speaks to all the generations, all the ages. There's something that kids can take for themselves and something that adults can also be nurtured and learn from. Jesus said to not hinder the kids from coming to him. And so I remember as a kid growing up in a Christian household, knowing a lot of the parables that he talked about and being able to apply them in a very direct way. But as I grew up, those parables were not irrelevant to me. And even the application of them became more clear, more potent. And so I think, in the same way that for kids, their affections are stirred, their loyalties are stirred, adults could see that even more clearly in those stories. So even something simple like the Narnia books, I mean, there's a lot in there for kids, and there's even more in there for adults. And the more you learn and grow, the more you could draw from that sort of thing. So again, perspective, worldview, character, kind of seeing all those different things in a story that is communicated differently than through like prose or through just nonfiction writing. So even, Lewis's approach of that hideous strength being the fiction maybe attempt to argue for the same thing he's arguing for in the abolition of man, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same point but put into story. And like, I think in some sense it's even much more potent as a story than just as a lecture or as prose. It sticks with you more.